True or false? We finally get clarity on the nature of the proceeding and testimonies in the impeachment trial of Chief Justice Renato Corona. On day 23, Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile rules on the testimony of Justice Secretary Laila de Lima. The defense calls it hearsay and wants it stricken off the record for merely citing the dissenting opinion of Supreme Court Associate Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. De Lima says Corona was responsible for irregularities in issuing a TRO that would have allowed former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo to escape prosecution. But should the court allow De Lima's testimony? Enrile makes a nuanced ruling and clarifies what the trial really is.
Let them remain as a part of the record to the extent of those facts, whether they're true or not, that the Chief Justice influenced this or the Chief Justice did that or somebody else did something else. Then to that extent, it is hearsay because the witness was not present when those things were being done or being said. We're trying an impeachment case. Although there is a penalty, the only penalty is not loss of freedom or infliction of an economic burden, but the removal of the respondent from his position and his disqualification. And therefore, the principle of the rule on hearsay, the hearsay rule contained in our rules of evidence, do not apply strictly in impeachment cases.
True or false? Was Sereno's dissenting opinion the only source of De Lima on the alleged irregularities in the High Court? Senators asked the Justice Secretary, but this time, she's not talking.
I will momentarily decline to answer that question on the ground that may be covered by executive privilege.
But it is possible na may nakapagsumbong din sa inyo, whether it's first-hand information or second-hand information, tungkol sa nangyari dun sa loob ng deliberation.
I'm declining because
Okay.
it's covered by executive privilege.
To find out more what happens behind the scenes in the Supreme Court, the Senate will decide on Monday whether or not to send written questions to Sereno. But the prosecution plans to ask the impeachment court to invite Sereno to testify instead. On week 7, prosecutors are expected to answer another crucial question. Is it true or false they're about to rest their case?
Tingnan mo kung malakas na ebidensya mo sa 2, of course. Malakas na sa 3, of course. Dagdagan mo pa ng Article 7. Kung tingin namin malakas na talagang ebidensya namin sa 3 at sufficient to convict, we don't want to waste the time of the Senate and the people. At siguro pagod na rin kayo dito sa Senado. Tapusin na namin.
With the prosecutors wrapping up, they will have to answer the ultimate true or false question. Have they built a case strong enough to prove Corona's guilt? Macapagal-Arroyo, Rappler.